Hey guys, welcome back to another Call of Duty Modern Warfare video, and today we're going to be talking about Wednesday, January 22nd's update notes, followed by the Infinity Ward release of a back-end fix as a result of issues that console players were experiencing. Then today, as of this recording, Friday, January 24th, Infinity Ward put out a community update newsletter letting everyone know where they were as far as the back-end fixes and additional problems that we have been experiencing. And a quick mention before we get started, guys, if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, I post daily video gameplay shorts. If you guys want to check out some game footage from both Call of Duty and Battlefield, be sure to follow me there on social media. On Wednesday, January the 22nd, Infinity Ward released their 1.13 update, which included a playlist update, which added Capture the Flag and Shoot the Ship. They did remove Shoot House 24/7, but added in Anaya Palace back into the rotation. We also got 5 additional loadout slots, which are very convenient, and of course we saw the introduction of the new crossbow. In this 1.13 update, there was a host of bug fixes, adjustments, and changes, but as a result of some of the problems a lot of us had been experiencing with this particular update and the problems that came with the update, a lot of the changes, adjustments, and bug fixes did not take effect. Now, if you want to read each of the changes for this particular update, I'm going to leave you a link below the video, and that way you guys can look at them point by point. But in this video, we're going to go over some of the highlights of the issues and problems that we've been experiencing and highlight some of the items that were supposed to have been changed but weren't. In the weapon changes for the 1.13 update, there was a fix to the 1MW laser that would not appear equipped on the 1911 pistol while in the gunsmith menu. As far as I know, that has been corrected. However, the Ram 7 was supposed to get an extended magazine. Its previous capacity was 45. It was supposed to go to 50. Now, Wednesday night, it was not at 50. It was only at 45. And I'll go more into that in the crossbow here in just a moment. The FN Scar 17 was supposed to have received less horizontal recoil on the initial bullets, but from what we can tell from testing it, it would appear that it has less vertical recoil. So maybe the development team got horizontal and vertical confused, but as far as we can tell, it looks more like the vertical was adjusted and not the horizontal. In field upgrades, the team said there was a fix to stopping power rounds not applying the correct damage boost to headshots, but when players tried it on the FAL and Ram 7, it didn't appear to be working at all. Now, those were some of the highlights that I specifically wanted to address from the update notes themselves. The most concerning issue on Wednesday after everyone had downloaded the update was the fact that console users were receiving an error prompt, to which Infinity Ward then had to release another community notice, and in it it says, if you were presented with the error prompt and did not click yes and close the game, your stats are still intact. If you did click yes, you most likely noticed your stats in the combat record, leaderboards, custom classes, and operators were reset. Nothing related to your progression was lost, so your experience, battle pass progression, weapon progression, unlocks, purchases, etc. should all still be intact. So if you are a console player, I hope that you weren't as dramatically affected. And as of right now, because Friday, as of this recording, the 24th, Infinity Ward came out with yet another message in the community update saying that they were still trying to address some of the issues that people were experiencing. In the community update from Friday the 24th, it is worth mentioning that the team said, as of today, Friday the 24th, anyone who clicked yes and had their combat record stats reset should now see their combat record displaying properly, and as they were prior to initiating Wednesday's title update. This won't restore your customization, so you'll need to set those up again to your liking. Even as a PC player, after the download, I was presented with a prompt that said that the game had not shut down correctly from my previous session. Did I want to proceed offline? Now, it didn't really seem to matter whether I chose yes or no going back into the game because I've gotten this before, but this particular time I had to go in and change a few keybinds, which wasn't really that big of a deal. My particular problems started on Friday the 24th when I was getting transmission disconnection problems. The video you see here in the background was from my Wednesday night gameplay after the update. I played about 8 rounds, and of course I made sure I had more than just 5 kills with my DMR, but when I checked my progression, I had only gotten credit for 3 of the matches. Now, there were people saying that evening that you had to have the reflex sight to get the credit, or if you played a round and then dropped out after the 5, then proceeded into new games, you weren't going to get credit, or if you went into games that were already in session, you would not get counted for your progression. Now, I have to admit there were a few games that I had gotten into that had already started, so I don't know if that was a factor, but when I looked in the community update notes and when I've looked on Twitter and Reddit, I don't see any additional information concerning the progression and unlocks of the crossbow other than people who purchased the bundle were able to use the crossbow, but even they too also have to get the 5 kills per 25 matches to get the full unlock. In preparation for this video, of course, I went through and checked the Infinity Ward official website, tweets from the developers, as well as Reddit posts, and I didn't see anything at the time concerning the disconnects. It wasn't until one of my guildmates, who is also a PC player, tried to log into some of the maps, and he too was getting disconnected. So on my 4th attempt to get into a match after trying for half an hour, I was finally able to get into at least one of the matches. But after the round was over, I just went ahead and logged out and started preparing for this video. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap it up for this look at the 1.13 update and the subsequent problems that followed the update, along with the community update notes from the development team suggesting that they are still trying to work on some of the issues, and hopefully they will fix the disconnect problem as well. We'll have to see if they're going to work throughout the weekend. But nonetheless, guys, I want to thank all of you for your continued support. As Call of Duty is new here to the channel, I would encourage you guys now to click that like button to give the channel a little bit of support, and of course the channel icon, which is appearing right there on the screen, to subscribe along with notifications. And if you are following on BitChute and DTube, be sure to give me a follow there as well. That way all of you guys will have all the latest news, update, and information from Infinity Ward and Call of Duty Modern Warfare.